Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla and this is the Battenberg Crochet and Craft podcast. I haven't been on here for so long and I'm currently just trying to have a new beginning with this. So I hope I come across a bit more confident than I did last time, but there's still time for that to be improved. So go ahead and get a drink. I'm drinking tea, which is way too hot right now. I just slipped it, sorry. So since last time I've been making stuff, I've been crocheting, I've been learning new skills with new things, but I'm not going to go into stuff that I've made. I'm going to start fresh and do whips, current whips that I'm doing. So for this first part, I think I'm going to go as I normally do with crochet. Let me just get my notes. Now this year I'm trying to do it so I'm more in control of my whips and I haven't got loads mounting up, and I'm trying to do it so I've got 3 of each like craft, if you will, no more than that, just so if I get bored of working on one thing I've still got 2 other options to work on until they're complete, and then I can start anew. So first of all, crochet, my first love. So I've been working on, it's on my craft cart which you are currently standing on. So I've been watching Cherry Heart's podcast by Sandra. I've watched her from, I think it was 2021. That's when I first started getting interested in crochet, and I love her aesthetic of how she has very, I can't think of words today. I love her style and her taste, and that often comes through in her items that she and her patterns that she makes up. So this one is inspired and a podcast, a YouTube tutorial. Can't say that word either. A YouTube how-to. We'll go with that. So this is what I've got so far. I've just been starting to join them up. There's loads of ends. So basically I'm going for this cream colour as the main colour, but then I'm adding these different colours. So I've got blues, greens, greys, pinks, so on, and that's as far as I've got so far in joining. I have got some more here. Got a tape measure there. So in here I've got just squares. I did make some yellow ones, but I think they're too close to this cream. I don't think that will work, so I think I'm going to scrap the yellow and just have these colours, because I think that'll look nicer. I think them are too close. Actually, let's hold that. Yeah, it's way too close, so they can be scrapped. Put them aside. So that's the first crochet. I'm all tangled. So yeah, these are just acrylic yarns. I'm not too sure where they're all from, but I'm guessing Wilkinson's, cheap UK shops, I'm thinking. It's just my stash of what I've got in. I've given loads of yarn away the past 12 months or so, and I've still got 8 shelves full and other items of yarn stashed away here, there, everywhere, all over the house. So it's not going very well with destashing, but I'm not going to feel too guilty about that. Then the second crochet one is a long-term one, which I've been working on since before Christmas, and it's just to get rid of my scraps or like this, like balls of yarn that I've just got one of and I don't really know what to do with, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else with, so I'm just bunging them all into this scrappy project, which is this blanket, which is too big. So it's just a granny square blanket, and I'm just working it out with all different scraps, little scraps of yarn, and then like odd bits that I just don't think I'll use for anything else. So little scrappy pieces of different acrylics. And then like this scrap piece that was left after I'd made some crochet socks last year. So that's all in that basket, and I just work on that when I feel like I just want something I don't have to think about really. As much as I've made so many granny squares, it never gets old for me. I really do enjoy making them. The next thing is very similar to the first project that I showed you. I've got quite a bit of cotton yarn, and I give my friend Chrissy some, she isn't on YouTube, but she might see this, so I'm just crediting you. I give Chrissy some cotton yarns, and she made some beautiful baskets, and she's currently working on a blanket. She's fairly new to crochet. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Oh yeah, this bag I made last year because I cracked my sewing machine out, and I finally learned how to make project bags. So I've got a handful, so there's a couple here with old whips, and then I've got this one and another one. I think that's it, but I do aim to make more this summer. I say summer, I don't really have to wait till summer, but I think I'll have more time in the summer because I was due to that more last year than I was crochet in the summer. I'm not really staying on topic, am I? Anyway, so yeah, this project is in this little bag that I made last year, and it's cotton yarns. I've got some, oh, so this is using, oh, I didn't know what I was using, but I'm using this Hobie twister yarn, which is 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. Originally I was going to make my mum a shawl kind of thing, but the yarn is so thin that I just felt like I'd be doing that forever, and projects like that don't really work very fast for me. So I was holding this double, and I possibly used another cheap yarn. I think this, I can't remember where this is from, but I had some of this. So I was holding this with the twister yarn to make it thicker, but this is like more durable. I suppose it'll wear a lot more because it's quite sturdy. So anyway, this is what I've made so far. It's a crochet bag. It's not finished yet, so there we go. I've joined it. It's all the squares are joined. I've edged it a couple times, but I'm thinking I need to do that a couple more times probably, and then a strap to go on it. Now I'm indecisive on this as to whether I want a shoulder bag or like a crossbody bag. I'm thinking a crossbody bag, but I need to work out how I'm going to do that. Then obviously I'm going to have to get my fabric out and get some lining to go in this, and then maybe some snaps. Just so, this is mainly for summer. My idea is to use this when I go on holiday as an evening bag or something, just to throw my phone, my money, my bits of rubbish I carry around with me for no reason in this. So what would you do with this? I know a lot of people usually, and I have made just the shoulder bags, but I noticed last year I wore a shoulder bag in the day, and then the evening I'd wear a crossbody bag. And I think a lot of people do the shoulder bag, so I might do a crossbody bag and see how it works out. If it doesn't, I'll just pull it back and then make it into a shoulder bag. So yeah, basically this is the same. So the squares made the same way as the Battenberg blanket by Cherry Heart, only that one's 3 rounds and this one is 4. So that's the difference with that. And then I've just sewn them together in the shape to make the bag. So that's nearly done. It won't take long to finish that off. I've just got to stop doing other things, really. So that's that one. So that's crochet stuff. I'm still in love with crochet, and I still enjoy it and find it relaxing. But I have felt like I need to dabble in other crafts, and that's what I started to do last summer with regards to the sewing. But the sewing machine and me don't really get along very well. I find it difficult to use in the sense that when I think I've got the settings right and I'm starting to do a practice piece, the stitches come out perfect. When I do the proper project, the stitches come all crumpled and all tangled underneath, and then I have to use the seam ripper and rip it all out. So it's in timeout at the minute. I put it away in its bag and it's just over there. So another thing with sewing, I have started to do English paper piecing. So I started this about start of January. Check my notes. I was supposed to talk about knitting now, but I'll talk about sewing because we're on sewing in the chat. So yeah, sewing. I've been watching a lot of podcasts and people who do English paper piecing. I was drawn to it because the fact that you're using your hands to sew, that is why I crochet, is to use my hands to relax and just to work something and make something handmade. And yeah, so I started watching podcasts on English paper piecing, and the people I've been watching mostly are Emma Jones and The Last Homely House and Stitch with Rachel. Them are the podcasts I've been watching on YouTube. So if you would like to see more of what I'm on about, which isn't probably in a lot better creative way than I'm doing it currently because I'm new, I haven't got any ideas as to what projects and stuff just yet. I've got an idea of making a Mother's Day gift for my mum or my nan or both. The good thing with these, so I've got lots of little tins and tubs of stuff. The good thing with these is I've got them in this little tin. These are the flower ones I've made up, but this one I haven't attached fully. So I've just got loads of just random fabric. My stitching isn't great, but I aren't bothered about that. As to me, if I can see the stitches, it's quite a nice novelty thing. I know that's not the point, but you can see it's handmade, and that's what I like about these. So I'm just making these flower hexes. I am sewing them. I aren't using glue. So I've been enjoying making up hexagons. I'll just see if I can my tub in here. So yeah, so I've started another one there. Goodness, it's a needle. So, and then here's just lots of random fabric hexagons, and I just find it so relaxing. I can make hundreds of these because it's just so relaxing. It's the putting them into the flowers, which I know is the point, but the bit I'm enjoying most is making the hexagons. So I'm hoping in the summer, or I keep saying the summer, just when I get the feel for joining them and making them into a project, then I will, and I will let you know what I've made. Ideas with the use of those are probably, I'm not talking very well at all today. So my idea to use those hexagons would be to make cushion covers or a bag, but then I've got loads of bags, so probably cushion covers as gifts, and then eventually a quilt. Yes, I know, very adventurous and extreme for me. So that's the idea with that, but that can go on for years, so we'll just say cushion covers for now. So that is, I think, everything. So I have got some beautiful fabric which I will someday make into a dress, and I will show you. My partner brought me this fabric a while ago and I still haven't used it. I want to make a dress. He asked me when he brought it me, he says, do you know how to make a dress? I said, yes, I do know how to make a dress. And then he says, have you ever made a dress? I said, no, but it can't be that hard. It is hard, and I didn't realise you have to make different pieces to piece together to make an item. I just thought you draw around something you've got, you draw your fabric, you cut your fabric, and then you sew it. Done. Apparently not. And this fabric is too beautiful to waste on my method. So I think I've got, I can't remember how many meters. Oh, there's a receipt. This was ages ago I bought this. There's 4 meters. It's 4 meters of this. But it's beautiful. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. And I think it'd make a lovely dress. I'm not too sure on the makeup of fabric how much you'll actually need to make a dress, but I'm hoping I've got enough for a dress and possibly a blouse top. But that might be a bit stretching it. I'm not too sure. Let me know if you know, which you probably do know. So yeah, beautiful fabric. So that at some point will happen. The next thing is knitting. Now I'm currently working, well, no, a little story. Before Christmas I was convinced that I could knit, so I got a standard straight needles and I was just knitting and purling and knitting and purling, and I thought, right, I've got this, I need to buy all of the needles, the circular needles, so I can make socks, I can make this, I can make that, I can make everything and anything. Turns out I brought the needles, well, I had them as a gift. Sorry, I'm just grabbing them. I had them as a gift given for Christmas, and it's the Zing Deluxe, I think. So it's the circular needles. And then I also brought to the Knit Pro I'm not sure, the Knit Pro Deluxe set, I think. Then I also brought 10mm and 12mm, because the sizes in here only go up to 8, and I thought I'd probably be leaning more to using a chunky yarn to start off with to make stuff. And I brought some beautiful yarn, another one. Beautiful yarn, and I have no idea what I can make with it because it's a strange sort of, sorry, it's a strange sort of yarn. I can't even, oh, it's up there. It's the Cedar Elements, and I'm not too sure what to do with it. It looks nicer all in the balls packaged up than it does when you work with it, so that's my preference. That's what I've found. I wasn't particularly fond of how it was waking up, so I ripped it all back and put it back in the bag. Anyway, we're on to knitting now. So this is another bag I made. I didn't line this one. Oh yeah, I did line this one, I think. Some of them I lined and some of them I didn't. Yes, I've lined this one badly. But still, so that was that one, and then this one I didn't line. I just made a drawstring bag. So this has got my knitting in. So I'm using 4.5mm circulars, and I'm using King Cole Harvest, which I believe is 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. So I did start a piece of, a scarf before Christmas. No, because I had these before Christmas. Just after Christmas. So I started the scarf, and basically it was just a practice scarf. It was just doing backwards and forwards, knit, purl, and sometimes I just knit, and then sometimes I'd knit and purl, and I just did that throughout. And it was like this around the sides because I just didn't count the stitches. Anyway, I thought I'd try something a little bit more like I'm being told what to do. So using a how-to, I won't even say that word, a how-to video on YouTube. And this is what I started. I started it about 3 days ago. It isn't great. I'm quite slow at knitting. I have realised how slow knitting is compared to crochet, and I don't know how to hold that. So it's just a triangle shawl. It's using Noble Knits beginners how-to video. And yeah, I'm aiming to make it. This cake is quite big. I know it's 150 gram, but I think the measurement, the meterage is quite. Found it. Can't see. Oh, 585 yards and 535 meters approximately. So that's what it's coming out like. Is that you have to excuse my nails. I was gonna paint them, but then I haven't got time, so I'm just doing the video instead, and then I'll paint them later. So yeah, I'm noticing this is quite an easy beginner knitting project, obviously because I'm a beginner and it's a knitting project. So this is just one increase. This side, this little marker shows me when to increase, and that one is just when I think that was last night, and then I've only done a bit of knitting this morning, so literally a row. It's not perfect. I'm noticing tension issues, and also there may be drop stitches. I don't know. I'm still figuring out how knitting works, where I don't know if other crocheters who've started to knit feel the same, but I'm noticing that knitting seems more technical, and I need to learn the workings out before I go for anything a bit more intricate, because I don't understand it, and if I don't understand it, then I don't feel confident enough to do it. So this was quite overwhelming, and this is really simple when I think of it now, But at the start, I was like, oh, I can't do that. It's too hard. And it is so much different to crochet. But I'm persevering, and this will be like a summer shawl, so I'll just throw it over me in the evenings if it's cold. If it's really bad, I don't care. I wear stuff that I've made if I can, if it's not falling to bits. As long as it's not falling to bits and felting everywhere, then that's fine. Is that everything I need? Let's check my notes. Okay, yeah. The next things I wanted to talk about was books. I've just currently finished the Friday night knitting club. I want to say Kate Jacobs. I think it's Kate Jacobs. Pretty sure it is. And I'm now on currently reading the second book, which is Knit 2. I noticed there's another book, but I haven't got that one yet, so I'll have to have a browse for these. And I know these are old books, but I'm enjoying them. So I did start reading Spare by Prince Harry, but I don't feel like reading that currently. I will read it at some point, but I'm more into fictional, and I like lovey-dovey rom-commy kind of books, like easy reading books really. I don't particularly enjoy long-winded stuff. I did read Mathew Perry. I've got that here. I did read this one, and bless him. I don't know. When I watch Friends now, I can't. As he references in the book, he says that he could tell what he was doing at which points through each season, in regards to change of his body shape and his appearance. And now I still enjoy watching Friends. I love Friends. But it's opened my eyes that, you know, people can put on a good show and yet be suffering inside, which I know about as well. But this podcast isn't for that. It's for nice, fun, happy things like crafting and crochet and knitting and nice stuff, really. Other things I want to mention are the podcasts I've been watching lately. I've watched loads, but these are just the few I've whittled down for this one. So I love watching Allie. Hi Allie, if you ever press on this. From the Little Drops of Wonderful podcast. My partner loves watching your vlogs as well. He just finds them so relaxing. So we just sit there and watch them, and it's just really lovely and relaxing. Yeah. And your crochet and knitting is beautiful. I love that as well. And then the next one is Hannah from the Corner of Craft. I was going to say Corner of Crafts. It's Corner of Craft. I've been recently watching her old podcasts and vlogs and whatnot. Yeah, so this is going to be the new beginning, hopefully. But yeah, if you like this video and would like to see more, whether it be progress on these current projects or new current projects probably next time, please like and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And I realised I didn't even welcome you all, so welcome, but I'll see you next time. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.